Welcome to English to Africa TV's Eyecatcher. This week, we will be bringing you the latest news and events from across the African continent and beyond, from politics and economics to culture, health, and sports. On Africa 54.
Hello and welcome. I'm Vincent Mekele in for HWU. International football legend Pele has died at the age of 82 after battling cancer and cardiac problems the past year.
He was the only player who won 3 World Cups, 58, 62 and 70.
Well, we are counting down to the end of 2022. It was truly an eventful year in Africa.
The silver lining, I would say, in 2022 is that, the long sought for African solutions for African problems.
A historical event happened to Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt. I think one of the positive things, actually the most positive thing about that was the loss and damage agreement, where richer nations agree now to pay Africa or the poorer nations for some of the impact of climate change.
We begin in Ethiopia, where passengers are now arriving in Mekele and Addis Ababa after Ethiopia's national carrier, Ethiopian Airlines, resumed its commercial flights between the two cities.
The problem in our country isn't something that started in a day or two. The problem in this country dates back 150 years. To move forward beyond ethnic divisions, it's important to debate and negotiate to get clarity.
What do you see as the future of the cooperation between the U.S. and these African countries?
Well, this has been a very successful foreign assistance program of the United States government.
So to cap off the year on a high note, enjoy this live performance filmed right here in Washington, D.C.
On Straight Talk Africa.
Hello there and welcome to the show. I'm Heidi Adams. We'll look at the stories and trends that made headlines in 2022, from conflict in Eastern Europe and East Africa to a global economic downturn and a shifting geopolitical landscape. In some cases, it was the end of an era. In other places, it was the beginning of a new one.
The political analysts that I've spoken to say that they give Joe Biden at least a B+ for his legislative wins because he has done it a lot.
On Red Carpet.
Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Bunganyi, and let's start off in New York City. Brooklyn, New York is home to thousands of African immigrants. It's also home to Department of Culture, a restaurant founded and operated by cultural entrepreneur Ayo Balogun.
When it was time to share food I grew up eating, food from Kwara State, I thought it was something that I have to do with great care.
Let's go to Mozambique, home to Nectar Benedito, a Mozambican artist from the city of Chimoio in Manica province. Let's end the show with the story out of Accra, Ghana. Kweku Flick, an upcoming artist from Ghana who is making a name for himself in the country and across West Africa.
On Healthy Living.
Hello and welcome to Healthy Living. I'm Kamiti Kibayasi. A look at 2022, the highs, the lows, and in between. An expert talks to us about lessons learned in Africa. And we asked people about the progress they have made regarding their health and wellness goals this year. Finally, we revisit some of our most inspirational stories. That's in this edition of Healthy Living.
And on VOA Our Voices.
Hello and welcome to Our Voices. I am Siman Sheikh Oye and my colleagues Orion Itangishaka and Amina Aliyu are here with me today. We are exploring post-pandemic education in sub-Saharan Africa. A newly released United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO report highlights the inability of education systems in Africa to ensure literacy skills.
For the next couple of years, CONFED is prioritizing ensuring that girls in rural communities are supported or are guided through school.
In coding, we learn different languages. For example, we learn HTML, JavaScript, and CSS.
This and more have been happening this week on English to Africa TV. Hasuna Beshu for voaafrica.com.